Hello, welcome. This is day 6 of the 21-day Brain Detox by Dr. Caroline Leaf, and I'm reading through her program with you. So let's get going. Introduction. Congratulations, you are on day 6. Let me tell you what you have achieved by day 6. You started off on day 1 with a switch on your brain 5-step learning process technique. You started dissolving those toxic branches off the toxic thought, and at the same time building a healthy new thought, which is the new thought pattern. For thoughts to build, they go through all kinds of chemical and neurophysiological changes in various complicated stages. As the new information forms in the protein branch, the connections to the main part of the cell are still weak and just look like a little bump. But by day 6 to 7, they start forming into a bump shape, meaning that as you have been directing your attention through doing the switch on your brain 5-step learning process daily, you have been changing your brain. This is Romans 12:2 in action. Do not conform any longer to the pattern of this world, but be transformed by the renewing of your mind. Then you will be able to test and approve what God's will is, His good, pleasing, and perfect will. Romans 12:2. How wonderful that God has empowered us to do what He wants us to do when we choose to do it. Let's get going with day 6. Start first with the Thanksgiving, praise, and worship exercise. Take a maximum of 3 minutes to do this. So set your timer for 2 to 3 minutes. Pause this video as you give thanks, praise, and worship and become aware of God's presence. Step 1, gather. Gather awareness of yesterday's gather awareness of yesterday's active reach. Think of how you're changing your brain. Your thinking is changing the actual structure of the brain. Remember, you control your brain. Your brain does not control you. Set your timer for 1 to 2 minutes and pause this video as you gather awareness. Step 2, focused reflection. Focus your reflection on how the people in your environment are reacting to your active reach. Do they see a change? Is anyone commenting? What does their feedback tell you? You will journal the answers to these questions in the next step. And I'll just say, for me, most of the time, the things I'm working on are internal and the people around me are not necessarily noticing, so I just ask those questions of myself. Do I see a change? And what are the changes that I'm seeing? Something like that. Okay, so set your timer for 1 to 2 minutes. Pause this video as you do your focused reflection about the change that you are seeing. Step 3, journal. Write your answers to these questions in 2 minutes or less. Do they see a change? Is anyone commenting? What does their feedback tell you? Or do I see a change? Is anything different about my situation? All right, so set your timer for 2 minutes and pause the video as you journal. Step 4, revisit. Look at what you have written in response to the questions you answered in the focused reflection, and think about how you can do yesterday's active reach even better today. Think of expanding and challenging yourself. Remember, whatever is in the active reach is being planted into your mind as the new, beautiful way you want to think and be. Set your timer for 1 to 2 minutes as you revisit what you have written. Step 5, active reach. Visualize yourself doing the active reach at least 7 times today. Now go out there and actively reach, remembering you are almost at the crucial bump level. The connections between the branches of the thought are getting stronger. This means your new memory is getting stronger. You have almost built bump connections. See how creative God has made you? All right, set your timer for 1 to 2 minutes and pause this video as you determine what your active reach will be.